Hey, I'm Steve. For those of you who don't know me, I just want to say a few things to the American people out there, to my friends, family, and anyone that's going to vote. And some words for the ones that's not going to vote. To the ones that's not going to vote, don't whine about what happens in the next few years after this presidency and the candidate, whichever candidate wins. If you don't vote, that means that you can't whine. Plain and simple. There's no, you just can't do it. You're a piece of shit if you do it, because nobody wants to hear it. Most of the people that don't vote, they really don't care. They don't know what's going on. Those people also are people that want all the government handouts. That's why the people will vote for Hillary, if they want the government handouts. I'm not for that. The more the government hands out, the more dependent our country becomes to the government. That's what they want. They want to be able to control us and know our every move. And unless we stop that, and we got a guy that can stop that, I truly believe that he can stop that. He's a businessman. He's not in there for the fame. What kind of fame is he's not in there for fame. He's already famous. He's wanting to do something for our country that needs to be done, and so many of the American people are scared to death of him. We're going to war regardless of who's in office. But do you want to fight that war on our land, or do you want to fight that war overseas? If you want to fight here, you're going to vote for Hillary, because our government is washing us. They're just washing us up. They're making us weak. We are weak. We have no backbone right now. We need somebody that's going to stand up. Let the foreign countries know that we're not just some pushover that we're making out to be, because we're broke. Yeah, we are broke. Our government, so much government funding and giving away, and bringing more people in to give them more money that we don't have. It's all just digital money to begin with. I mean, come on. I could go on for hours and hours, and I don't know all the numbers. I can't crunch those numbers and make all. What I'm getting at is that I know where we're at today. We'll never come out of debt. We're never going to be able to be debt free until war happens. When the war happens, and it's going to be a worldly war, that it'll all come to one money then. One money consensus. Whoever ends up winning the war, that's who's going to have the say over the money or whatnot. Or there'll be a team of governments or whatever that, like the United Nations, which I'm not so sure if that's even a good thing anymore. I don't know. But the only way for us to become debt-free as a nation is for us and other nations to go to war. I mean, it's just it. We have to. It's the only way we're going to become debt-free. So that's going to happen. Eventually, that's going to happen. Right now, our dollar it's worth nothing. Nobody wants it. You can't even buy a hamburger in Japan with an American dollar today, I don't think. I mean, it's just they don't want our money anywhere because it's no good. Besides all that, Hillary Clinton, she is a demon. I mean, I know somebody might laugh right now or whatever, take that as, but there's demons out there, and I'm telling you, she's one of them. She has done nothing but been a scandalous, lying, hoe bag bitch, whatever. I mean, there's more words to describe that woman than ever in my vocabulary. I just don't know those kind of words. I mean, what are we going to do? If you vote for Hillary, you're voting against what America needs. She's not going to do the things she says. She says she's going to cut taxes or not raise any taxes for middle class. How many of us make $250,000 a year? How many bust their asses all year long, and it's starving wages to make $60,000 and $70,000 a year? She's not going to increase the taxes in anything under $250,000. That's a bunch of bullshit. There's so many of us out there that make that little bit of money that our taxes is what funds this government. I know the big people's got money out there, and yeah, they need to be taxed, and maybe they all need to just shove a little bit more in there, and they probably would if they had somebody in control of the tax situation that could give them some type of leniency to work towards building us out of debt, say, and if you pay this amount of taxes for the next 2 years, then the following year, 3 years or something, then you have a tax, credit, something to get us up somewhere going in the right direction. And with Trump being a businessman he is, I know he's going to figure all that out. I got faith in the man. He puts his pants on just like you and I, and he's, so he's had some things give to him. But he's also made a lot of money. He's been around a lot of business dealings. He may not know policies, foreign policies. He may not know, but there's other advisors there that's going to be there with him to help instruct him and help guide him through whatever. And then he may be the one that makes the decision, but there's going to be people that's telling him, well, if this is how it's going to be if you go that way, and this is how it's going to be if you go this way. So don't be feared that he's going to just be putting the big A bomb out there, nuclear war. What he wants is to get us built back up in strength. When the time comes that we go to war, yeah, we are going to. He's not going to hold back if somebody threatens or if they do, and which that's going to happen. Even if Hillary's in there, but Hillary's wanting to put more ammo and more firepower over there on the ground as it is for these other whoever ends up with it. ISIS seems to be getting it all. Whoever we give it to start with, but besides all that, because I don't know all the details on the war thing, all I know is that forever and ever that we've always known there's been war. War is something that it's going to happen for now. It's happened and it's going to happen. We're in a position right now to where we could possibly start building our country back up to where we have more of a stand in this world. We are becoming a third world country. We are. Our debt is all digital. We're 7 times more in debt than what the whole global economy is, period. Every bit of money in the world, we're 7 times that amount in debt just for promissory notes. Anytime you get a loan, excuse me, anytime you go get a loan, well, the way our government does it, say I go buy a truck for $40,000. Well, my promise says, okay, I'm going to pay $40,000 in, okay? Well, the way our government sees it is, okay, now that just generated $40,000 worth of money in the economy. Well, it's bullshit. It didn't generate jack shit. It's all digital paper. I'll guarantee I'll pay that shit back. But if I renege on my loan, then that money basically isn't there anyway. It's just moving numbers in the computers because the money does not really exist. The only way that money exists is if the big guys start pulling it out right now, and some are, but I mean, big corporations. If we can't keep our corporations here, our big manufacturing corporations, if we start taxing the shit coming in, prices are going to go up. We're going to have to start making here at home. There's things that we have to do, but the main thing we have to do is to trust in an American that has devoted his time, because he could be doing anything in this world else for enjoyment, You know, I don't think he's, well, I don't know. Trump's pretty arrogant. He probably is enjoying this running for president. You know what? Maybe so. That's great if he does. If that's what he enjoys, that's what we want him to. Who wants to do something that they don't enjoy? You know? Do you like doing things you don't enjoy? Nope. Would you rather pull your pants up in the morning knowing you're going to a job that's something that you're going to work hard at? You're going to put everything you got in there, even though you do that now, but you don't like it, but you like it, you're going to do it that much better. I'm just trying to say, we all have to vote. I don't care if you're black, white, brown, freaking zebra. I don't give a shit. If you're an American citizen, you need to vote if you want to keep our country alive. If we're selling, our government right now is selling ourselves out. I mean, we are handing ourselves over to the enemy at every cost. We're becoming so low in the world, as far as we're almost becoming an embarrassment. And why do all the generals and colonels and all this back Trump? Because they know that it's a possibility Trump gets in there, he may be able to hold war off. He may be able to hold war off because he's come out and said, I like war, you know. Well, it's showing that we'll have somebody with a backbone. Not a little snake in the fucking grass that just sells us out and does whatever they can to avoid conflict with things. Pay them some money. Oh, well, we're going to give you some money. We'll give you some of our troops. Go ahead and kill some of our guys while we train you. Build your city up. Making more money. And when you make money overseas after we get them fired up, all their money is money to keep. It's not our money, but it's their money, and it's worth something. So we're building up these other countries bigger and more stable than what we are, even though they're fighting over there. Their financially stability is growing, and they're getting stronger, What are we doing? We're taking handouts from the government, not me personally, because they won't give me shit, because I fucking hate them. I don't want nothing from them. What I want is a Donald Trump in office, and I want him to freaking put a backbone back in our nation. I want him to work hard, as he says he will, and I believe that he will. He's not going to be sunning on the freaking Vista View down at the wherever. He's done all that shit. He's getting old. He's seeing a country he's loved and known and built his wealth in go to shit. And he's wanting to help us. So anybody voting for Hillary and anything to do with the Clintons, I mean, come on. They impeached her husband. You think that she didn't have half the dealings in on all the shit that he done? I mean, come on. She wears the pants in that family ever since the beginning for the last 30 years. Bill hasn't never had a say so with her. I mean, it's proven time and time again. Larry Nichols. Watch some videos of Larry Nichols, that the insiders on the Clintons. He'll tell you exactly how Bill Clinton is and Hillary Clinton. And he has no reason to lie about it. I mean, he's killed for him, I'm sure. I can't say that. I can't say somebody's killed for somebody else. Because I haven't never heard him say that. But I think that's what he was a hired hitman for our government and working down over, Central and South America and whatnot. And he got tired of seeing the things that went on and women and children being treated like they was a woman and her daughter. And he says, I quit. I'm done with this. This is tearing me apart. I can't do this. And all the drugs and such that Bill, all that shit, Bill's a puke. But besides all that, we don't care about all that. I don't care about all that. Everybody has their downfalls. They'll get judged when they die. That's the way the world works. That's the way a person that believes in God knows that, fears God, knows that he will be judged on all his sins when he dies. And I'm feared of him. I'm feared of him. Jesus Christ, Lord God, is my Savior. I am scared to death of you, but I am not feared to die. I don't live in fear because of it. I know that in my heart that I do the best, the very best I can. I always have. No matter what it is, I always do the best I can. One thing I'm drawing short on doing the best I can, and why? Until the day that my heart tells me that I turn it all over to you, God, I'll do so, and I'll do it with righteousness from that day forward. But I'm scared to renege, so therefore I haven't given you my heart. We could talk about other things. Lord God, when I know that I can walk and talk by your word, be obedient to your law, I'll be there with you. Until then, know I love you. I trust in you. I believe. And I'm grateful for all the good things you've ever blessed me with in my life. And that being said, we'll get back to the amen on that too. Vote Donald Trump. If you don't, Hillary's coming to get our guns. They'll cite martial law. That means you don't have no say, no more. It's just like communism. Any martial law, when martial law is in effect, they can come and they can put a bullet in your ass, and they don't have to answer for it. I mean, come on, people. It's common sense to think. Okay, well, Obama oh my gosh, it's crazy. They can kill you for not doing what you're said or told. If you have guns registered to you, and you don't have the guns that's registered to you, you've sold them over the years, like I have a few, and it's been so many years ago. Yeah, they was registered to me. I don't have those guns. I have no knowledge of where those guns are at. They come and ask me for those guns, and I tell them, well, I ain't got them. I sold them a long time ago. They have the right, by the way the law is written in martial law, if I don't produce, then they can kill you. It can happen. And then there's nothing to be said about it. Nothing you can do about it. Nothing's going to, it's going to be bad. Do we want tanks rolling down the road on our streets? No. Do we want to be fighting over turkeys and hams and food? Do we want to fight over it? Remember back when Poland showed pictures of Poland when they was fighting for turkeys in the supermarket and shit? Could you imagine that around here? You know, this place would be mass worse than any other country that's ever went down like that. If we go down like that, it's going to be painful, because there's so many people out there that they have not got a clue about anything but gimme, or turn the TV on and let's watch a movie or play a video game. All of us skilled trades guys out there, and all the older generation, older than myself, we got some kind of knowledge about what it takes to make a living and work hard for since I was a kid. I've worked since I was a kid, and it doesn't bother me. I'm happy to work. If I can provide, that's what my two hands are for. Jesus was a carpenter. I'm by far no carpenter, but I like to beat on nails and to make noise and get dirty and bring in what money I can, you know. I like to raise my family in peace. I like my grandsons to not have to deal with some of the shit that I went through in my life. But you know what? I would rather them deal with everything I went through in my life than what is projected in my mind, seeing what's ahead of them that they're going to be facing. You know, it's awful. And God bless them. I mean, I hope and pray that somehow all this works out, but it just doesn't look that way. And people don't be feared that Donald Trump is going to get us to go to war. We're going to war. It's just a matter of, if Donald Trump's in there, we may be able to keep from more people coming in, for one. He's going to work that out. It will get worked out. And he'll do it in a diplomatic way of some form. He might talk about one of the chicks that he's turning loose or something, or whatever. But what I'm getting at, there's going to be war. Everybody must face that. Get a grip on reality. Don't worry about it, because worrying is not worth anything. Worrying does no good for anything. Worrying is pain for something that isn't due. That's what worrying is. You're worrying about something that you don't need to be worried about because it's not due. You're worried about something in the future. You can't control that. Worrying doesn't help that. It's not going to do anything. So you're paying interest on something that isn't even due. And if we know anything, which everybody should know what interest is, you don't want to pay that. So don't do it. All right, I'm getting kind of lost here in myself. I'm gonna post this out here on Facebook. I know I sound like an idiot. I'm about ready to go to Columbus and cut a bunch of concrete. Yep, for FedEx, so they can deliver you whatever you need delivered. Take care of that. But kind of glad I did this. Still kind of stupid, but you know what? I've been called much worse than stupid, and I really don't give a flying whatever, or stinking rats, whatever, or I don't know. What I do give a shit about is my family, this country, each and every other person out there that wants to talk to me or treat me with respect, and I'll return the same. There's not a hard thing. Black and white, man, peel the skin off of us. We all look the same underneath. You know what I mean? Sure, you've got the Negro population that is they're in the poverty, cities run down, and crime and drugs, and you're gonna have that. You know what? They got the east sides and the west sides. You got the whites the same way. I mean, we got to forget about all that interracial shit here. And I mean, we just got to stop, because if we have more guns in America, we have by our hunting license, as many hunting licenses as what we sell in America. Each one of those hunting license permits, and that holder has one gun, which, you know, that's anybody that has a hunting license, they have more than one gun. 90% of the time, they're going to have 4 or 5 different guns, probably. Then, and just by our hunting permit holders, we have the largest freaking army, if you want to call it, or wild bunch of hunters, larger than any other military in this world. So they come over here on our soil, they're going to get a treat. But if they come and take our arms for us like Hitler did, if they take our arms away from us the way Hitler did his people beforehand, and we're stripped by so many of them guns, and half of us killed for not wanting to give them up, that's a big deal. We need to protect ourselves. And if we don't get somebody in there started now, start at the top, come down. Don't start at the bottom and go up, because then it would be a painful loss, because you would never get there starting at the bottom and going up. You got to start at the top, start cleaning up from up there, make some executive decisions that doesn't compromise, you know, largely on down the road issues, down the road. It doesn't take away from down the road or future. You're going to have to bust this freaking government down. And if we don't do it now, now's our chance. So don't be foolish and vote for no Clinton in there that's had people killed, that's got so many scandals and so much. She's got so many big companies that have paid her. That is, you know, they're all pushing for her, and there's even movie stars out there or whatnot that they're both. I mean, there's a lot of people that still trust in this woman that has no freaking she has no feeling, she has no morals whatsoever. I mean, she doesn't. I wish I could say the right words for you all to understand how I'm feeling about it. But I just got to get this out there before this election. Maybe somebody will listen to it. Maybe you'll turn me off after the first minute. You know, if you do, then so be it. I just hope you're the one that goes and votes and you vote for Trump. Because what else have we got? I mean, if there was a way to take Hillary out and I knew of it, I'd be right on it. But I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take her out. But we'll see what happens then. I know that tonight's the night of the third debate, which is going to be it's going to be something wild. I'll get me a bottle and drink it while I'm watching it. Keep me calm down, because I seem to get shouting right there along with them as they're shouting at each other. But all in all, if you want your family to not have to bow down to somewhat of a communist country by a leader, a dictator, or whatnot, that is going to say, okay, this family can have 2 loaves of bread this week. This family, that's what it's going to come down to if we let it keep running. She's selling us out. We are getting weaker, and the world is looking at us like, gosh, look at that country. We have fallen apart. We've sold ourselves out. Everybody's leaving. Well, you know what? We're going to have to take some kind of loss. We're going to have to suck it up, whether it be, I don't know where it's got to get sucked up at, but if it's getting sucked by Hillary, she's like a fucking Hoover vacuum cleaner, and she's going to suck every penny we got out of us, and she's going to suck every right out of us. We'll have no rights. We'll have nothing to defend ourselves, and we will be begging for government assistance then. If you have no rights and you cannot defend yourself, then what else is there? You have to join them then. You have to join them if you want to survive. They don't want skilled tradesmen out here like me be able to put together militias or whatnot to go up against them. That, you know, I could probably take 100 or 200 people myself, and we could live in the woods somewhere together. I could get us food. I could make it happen for survival, you know. They don't want guys like me out there running around. They want anybody that has that kind of knowledge knocked off or somehow not be able to get in control. That's like they don't want a Donald Trump there because he's somebody that can take a group of people and take his knowledge and be able to survive and make the best out of what's happening and make gains and make gains and make gains. And that's what we got to make. If we make more losses, it's going to be a short time coming. You're going to go to the credit machine. It's not going to work. And then everybody's going to say, well, why ain't the bank open? Then they're going to say, well, where's all my freaking retirement at? All my retirement money. My 401k, my 30 years I worked, and oh shit, the bank's done shut down. Well, that's when they it's already governed or whatever policy, a bill, a law, whatever the hell it is. But it is facts that financial martial law, they've done it before. They will take all your retirement money. They will give you a U.S. bond that won't be worth 3 cents to the dollar. That's what you'll get in return, a war bond. And you will never see that they're going to start taking the money, people's money next. That's where it's coming. And Trump can stop that. Trump, I believe that he can change things around. He might not be able to do it in 4 years. Maybe not be able to do it in 8 years. But I believe that if it could take 8 years to get all the filthy son of a bitches out of our government to, I mean, come on, just give it a chance. Just give it a chance. Vote for Trump. You're not going to go wrong. I believe wholeheartedly Trump's going to win. I have faith in that. I pray that he does. And when he does, I'll be grateful, I'll be thankful, and I'll feel more at ease about my everyday life of working and raising my family, my grandsons. They'll have something. Hillary gets in there, it's going to be war in our streets. Believe it. I just know it in my heart. And all these years, I've been wrong about a couple things. And, I mean, you know, I've been wrong about a lot of things, but not really. Pretty much everything I do or say is pretty right. And it always seems to go like that. Ain't got no reason to lie to you guys. Don't want to. Don't want to be a liar. Don't want to mislead anybody in the wrong direction. Just what could it hurt to have a businessman that knows money, that knows how to create wealth, that knows how to do the things that our government we're going backwards. We can't keep adding to our debt. Hillary says, I'm going to give money. I'm going to fund this. I'm going to fund more kids to go to college. What the hell good's it going to do for a kid to go to college if there ain't going to be nothing to freaking ever do with it, you know? Well, you don't go to college and then you're going to be a telemarketer, you know? Hey, that's what it's happening today. I mean, we need doctors, we need lawyers, we need important scientists, we need to be the smartest people out there. And then we can be the smartest people out there by voting for Donald Trump for president. I'm serious. I'm looking right at you now, right up here in my eyes. I'm trying. That light is blinding me though. But Donald Trump for president 2016. I got faith that he's going to win. I'm going to vote, and I'll make no threats out there, but